Yo, we got The Cost of Being Black by General Zay. Let's go.
Black people are like this. Puerto Ricans love each other. Mexicans love each other. Why can't we? Black culture is cooked.
I guess he got the black people war, black on black violence spiel going on. Hold on, I'm trying to fix this camera. Yeah, that's what it sound like. Why the camera like that though? Yeah, fuck it, I don't care.
Value education, so we can't have an intellectual conversation because that's not going to do nothing but get me called a white boy or a nerd. And then we can't even talk to the woman because they're too disrespectful for no reason. All they know is ruin your life, mess your kid's life up, put utilities and Section 8 in the kid's name and mess their life up, and then take no accountability for doing it. My mom has a Section 8 house right now in my name. My house that I have no access to. But I gotta struggle where I'm at right now. Her rent $8 a month.
Yo, what the
While my
fuck did
rent
I just do?
$800 a month. You have to understand, if you're a black man in America, everybody's after you. Everybody's after
You
your
see?
poor
See what I just
choices.
did there?
Everybody's looking for you to be an idiot. The whole world is banking on you being a dummy. And then they're gonna clown you for it, like Carmelo Anthony. Listen, the child support system is waiting for you. These women are waiting for you to run up that bag and be stupid and accept them after they had a bot phase and got cracked by the whole damn city. Listen, the prison system is waiting for your sweat equity. Everybody's banking.
That's true. He's marking truths, but putting everybody out under a blanket just because of our skin. So he's kind of giving up from the way he's talking. It's very black holish, black pillish. I don't know how to explain it.
On you being a crash dummy. That's why we gotta learn to control our emotions. The boy who just got arrested for clapping Julio Fulio, the warden said, nah, we need his sweat equity.
Do you think that the prison would benefit from him in a work capacity if he were sentenced to life?
Yeah, he better be slaving. And even that aside, bro, to be using this case as a misnomer, it's a standout case, and this does happen a lot in America and around the world for real, for real. Black on black violence has to stop. It's sick. It's sad. To be seeing people just go out and kill each other because of gangs and rap songs and all types of stupid stuff, I could never get behind that shit. Like if you do that, you are a punk, okay? If you indulge in street violence and you like to shoot people in the midst of days when there's typical civilians outside and shit, man, that's demonic activities, okay?
Without parole?
He's someone that's young, he's healthy. In reality, we need that labor, we need that sweat equity. So we put these young individuals to work and get some sweat equity out of them since they are young and actually can do the work.
That should tell you everything you need to know. That's how the world sees y'all. These women cracking the whole world. They ain't gonna spin the block on you when they 25 and try to finesse a marriage out of you. Today we are going to discuss some serious issues. The root of the
See, it's funny because girls of all races are doing that. You think the Asian, the white girls not going and getting cracked too? They getting cracked. They just get a bozo like you that think that they wasn't. You feel me? They got you. You know what I'm saying? Cause they all get cracked. Well, not all. There's some girls that respect themselves. They're not doing all of that. But to subject it to one race is just hoopla. It's just stereotypical bullshit.
at the one thing vital to the preservation of the human race. Today's program is brought to you by General Zay and Sean the Dawn. Sean, I wanted to ask you, why haven't black people gotten better? Because I'm going to answer it first. I think it's a mindset. I think we all carry the same ghetto mindset.
Nah, what you saying is true.
That's a lie. And this guy is literally just straight out tweaking, performing. I don't want to say cooning because I don't like buzzwords, and I feel like the word coon has become a buzzword. But he's tap dancing. Because you have black kids that grow up in like the most suburban areas and they know nothing about ghetto culture. Like if they was to be around like one of their cousins that's like from the hood, it's like two different entities walking the earth, but they share relation through blood somehow, some way. It's just environment plays a huge factor in these cases.
I'm not gonna lie, even when you look at the psychology of the effects that slavery left, you know what I'm saying? It shows a lot in our behaviors, our mentality,
Sure.
and our just our subconscious understanding of things. So even when you study the effects of what slavery did, this is why you see a lot of dynamics within the black community that seem off-putting. You know what I'm saying? And unrealistic, because those are the effects of what slavery posed.
Yo, bro, what do you think of the media? The media makes us attracted to the wrong things, bro. They got Adrian Broner, Dean the Great, bro. What do you think of that, bro? I really
Yeah, the whole Adrian Bronner thing is it's another case in itself. Adrian Bronner is problematic to say the least. He's a person who's thrown his life away, and he's trying to do it again. Somebody of the Floyd Mayweather ilk that was really rich and somehow, some way became broke. And he's way worse than Floyd Mayweather because he's like fat as hell now. Um, he's a comedian. Now he's comedic. He's comedic relief now. Imagine being a boxer in your 30s and prime age, not prime age, nowhere near prime age, but you're good enough to go fight at 30 something to go get some more money. But you falling out the ilk with that so far to the point you have a gut. Like you look like somebody's somebody's granddad. It's great. Adrian Broner is a specimen and case for himself. Like he's a whole case study that needs to be studied because I don't know. I just don't know.
seeing him on my timeline, showing us the
Like
zesty
like
stuff.
look at him, bro. Like he's sitting on Neon lap. Dude used to be like a champion, bro. He used to be a boxing champion, and he's over here sitting on Neon lap next to Deshae fucking Frost and Dean the Great. He got kids too, my nigga. Bro. Yeah. Like, is this like a humiliation ritual? These streaming niggas be going through humiliation rituals apparently because it don't make sense. Why are you doing this?
You know, I
Why?
think
What do you
everything
gain?
conjoined with what you're saying is this. I think
What the
everything is
what?
prevalent on the herd mentality. So basing it off that, I really think that they love to destroy the black public image. For somebody that just
This look very zesty. Very, very this is fruity behavior going on right here.
within the image of like
Lord. Oh no, did he just drop it like it's hot? I mean, he doing what he want to do. Yeah, do what he want. Do what he please.
that has access that people find entertaining. You feel me?
They was sexy red too, doing the little emotes.
But we think that it's not affecting us or distorting our viewpoints. But realistically, psychology shows repetition is more important than anything. To
Facts.
penetrate somebody's minds and penetrate their thoughts, all you need is repetition. That's what they use in school and that's what they use on social media. So the more repetitively you see something,
Bro, what the fuck do they got going on these streams, bro? I never seen this. What? You got this guy got you just holy, just moly, bro. What? Wow, wow. I did not know Asia Broader was they was doing that type stuff, bro.
is gonna
The fuck,
penetrate your understanding.
bro? He smacked him on the ass, bro. We just gonna say it's brotherly love, right?
Perspective on how you view people. And if that one person is representing a whole community,
Oh no. Hey, bro, this shit look very suspect, bro. I'm just gonna keep quite a suspect whenever we see something like this pop up.
then that's how the world is going to see this community, and that's why it doesn't get better.
So basically, they use our heroes to so for example,
Not
Sean.
not even necessarily our heroes. I'm sorry. It's just the people that we deem entertaining. You get what I'm saying? The people
That's
that
what
we
I'm
choose
saying.
to let in our
They're basically trying to say in between the lines that the CIA is playing a role in all of these things. The CIA this, the CIA that. You better not tweak out right here, bro. The CIA, right? At this point, the CIA probably did play a big role in this crap. MK Ultra, psyops, things that they could do with social media, court cases, media from the news, all of that type stuff, right? At this point, though, I'm just gonna say a lot of the things y'all see, like the 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 bigotry, man. I will be honest, bro. A lot of that stuff not really CIA. Y'all gotta stop giving the CIA that much credit. Y'all giving them too much credit, my nigga. Y'all forgot free will exists. Okay, at this point, bro, it is a lot of people. They choose to go post up on that corner, bro. There's people out there that could get job applications. They choose to go post up on the corner. They choose to go sling rocks. They choose to shoot bullets. It's a choice. Some of them have a choice. Not all of them are the done crossed their lives out from their record list of felonies and all that stupid ass shit. And even if you did have a laundry list of felons, a whole GameStop receipt, right? You could find some under the table job where you work construction or where you playing with asphalt, or knocking down buildings and shit. You could find something to do like that. They choose not to. They'd rather sell drugs and all of that. And if you want to sell drugs, I mean, eh, I can't really knock it, I guess. As long as you're not selling like fentanyl and shit, I guess. Like stuff that could just kill somebody. I mean, but I'm just saying, it's not really, you know what I mean?
Yo,
our
bro.
brain
But think about
24/7.
it, gang. But think about it. Is they heroes, gang? Go up to a little kid right now, ask him who his favorite rapper is. He gonna either say King Von, NBA YoungBoy, or Lil Durk. These are their heroes, bro. Yo, bro,
But
these are their heroes.
hold on. But that's
But you should ask them who their favorite rapper is. Of course, if it's a rapper, my favorite rapper would be one of those people too. If I was a kid, that doesn't mean the kid's gonna grow up to be a thug or a felon. It's just not true. It's not the case. You know how many people grew up listening to Lil Wayne? Like, you know how many people grew up listening to Gucci Man? You know how many people grew up listening to who else? Future and never went to jail.
it's funny you say that because that's kind of the psychology behind it. Because
What you mean?
you ever seen because here's the I'm about to break it down. You ever seen somebody on your timeline and you let's say a rapper, right? And he
Yeah.
randomly pop up out of nowhere. And you be like, damn, who is this guy? You get what I'm saying? So then a
Yeah.
couple years go by and the repetition of constantly seeing him eventually now, even though you never messed with him, now you start looking at him as an idol figure. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
Or now you just start knowing who he is. You
Mm.
feel what I'm saying? And it's that repetition that turns that makes you think, oh yeah, this person is I can idolize him. You get what I'm saying? I can look up to him. This is somebody I can learn from or just relate to. You feel me? So it's not even because it's not out of genuine it doesn't come from a genuine nature no more.
Oh
You feel
yeah.
me? Like you know how when you was a kid and you had a teacher to look up to that came out of a genuine image of that teacher. Feel me?
Yeah.
Now it just comes from relatable perspective.
And what do you think would happen if Malcolm X came back?
Hey, boy, if Malcolm X came back today, he'd be pissed. I'm not gonna lie to you. He'd be up in arms. Shit is way worse. What shit is way worse now? You got people doing the worst tap dancing. You got Adrian Bronner activities happening on live streams and shit, and people just kiki ha haing. You got gang culture. People just shooting each other in the middle of the street. You got a lot of this stuff is just not good. He would be really really pissed. Like people don't get married no more, bro. Like he would be really really pissed. Okay, jeez.
Today, he got reincarnated today. Do you think it would change black people? Do you think black people would change? And if the answer is no, why?
I think if Malcolm X was here today,
It wouldn't change nothing, bro. The state society is in now with these phones and shit, and the social media, with the waves of like things the government sends to you. Like they hit you on the head every week with a new headline from the news, right, bro? So if we following that logic, bro, even if Malcolm X was brought back today, bro, people couldn't keep up. Inflation too high. There's too much shit going on to give a fuck about. To care about Malcolm X. I gotta chill with the cussing. I'm trying to relax, but
he will have much less of an impact
Why you say that?
because the media doesn't want to see
They knowledge.
get to that.
They don't want to see
that
knowledge.
extent. Well, it doesn't want knowledge to get to that extent. It doesn't allow knowledge to surpass a certain volume before they
Yo,
turn
bro.
it.
Why do you think we're idiots, bro? Why do you think? Well, not us. You know what I mean? Because we think, right? We use our critical thinking. But why do you think we're idiots? You know what? I'll answer first. When you look into the hidden rules among social classes, the ruling class considers poor people the foolish class. They made up their mind and said, these people are uncivilized savages whose intellectual capacity requires them to be exploited. And that's why they're feeding everybody Dean the Great, Adrian Broner, people twerking on top of cars, twerking at funerals, spazzing out over Knicks games. So this creates a communication barrier between the two. A majority of the nation is intellectually deaf, and it's because of the poison being pushed out. The brain.
I mean, he's probably not wrong on that. To be totally honest, the majority they said like a large sum of people can't read. Like they got kids growing up that don't know how to read. So I don't know. To be honest with you, they got teachers that are quitting. In today's day and age, teachers are literally quitting, packing up their bags, pencils, and wiping off the whiteboard because the students can't read.
Rejects knowledge. Why do people in our community reject knowledge?
I think what you're saying holds a lot of premise. It's true because when you look at the spending power of Black Americans, I think it's at like $2.1 trillion. So it's like the fact that we don't have a foundation for Black people to really build just solely Black people, it shows you where our attention lies. You know what I'm saying? I think billions are spent on sneakers and just billions are just spent on nonsense each year, and this is a yearly accumulation. So it's like if Black people would just set their attention on non-materialistic things, we could probably have a Wall Street, or we could probably have an economic state where Black people can actually grow and learn. But our attention is always focused on ignorance and just self-gratifying entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's not a majority. Some of people that go out and do these type of stuff. There's Black people that go to work, they read books, they study, they invest into the stock market, they create businesses. They're family oriented. It happens. They're not the majority, sadly. But when you're 20, 25 in America at this point in time, what race is the majority at doing that? I think even Asians go out and party and have fun and shit like that in their 20s, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like they throw an ass to drink a beer too. I'm gonna be honest,
just
bro.
focus our attention on the priorities. You know what I'm saying? And I think that really does stem back to that slavery psychology.
But they do study very hard, very rigorously. Like education in the Asian culture is why they're so smart. People say they're so smart because of biology, genetics, woody whoop wop. No, that's not true. Not in my opinion. That might play a factor. It might play a factor, but I think largely the reason why Asians are so smart and tend to exceed is because the culture for schooling over there is way different. Is way more rigorous. Their parents put way more prominence on being smart. They will work. They will go work at a restaurant to fund their students' education. Like they don't care. They will put every dime they got besides paying bills into funding a child's education. They will make a kid study for 6, 7, 8 hours on end and then tutor them or tutor the girl, whatever, on things that are years above their prowess, right? Then they'll have this kid go do like an instrument or something to ignite another part of their brain. Like these people are very formulated people. Like don't just think they just sprout out the room and know how to do these things. No, no, no. It's a very culture based thing. So yes, does the black culture have problems and things like that? That is true, but there's solutions. It's not like just some CIA bomb just drop in the community, have people going out tweaking like this. No, 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 that's not the case.
You know, that slavery mentality post slavery. You get what I'm saying? Because the slave always looked at he was enslaved for 400 years. So a lot of times you would have seen black people when they had to work, you'll see them just unconsciously not want to work and not do this because for 400 years we had to do forced labor with little to no reward. You get what I'm saying? So it
Yeah.
correlates to how we are now as individuals.
So you're saying it's passed down.
Exactly.
I think the greatest disease to ever exist, 95% of mankind already has it. And this disease is called spiritual immaturity. And it stems from greed, flashing money, needing to crack buns, chasing external stimuli because they hate themselves. I truly believe people in our
Bro, needed to crack buzz be spiritual immaturity is crazy. You have like a genetic engine in your body that it wires you to want to crack buns. And you have testosterone. If your testosterone was through the roof or higher than above average, or higher than average to say the least, you're gonna want to crack buns. I mean, if you're a handsome guy and girls are giving you attention and stuff, you're gonna want to crack buns. How does that make you spiritually immature?
hate themselves, bro. Why you think Jamaicans bleach their skin? Why you think black women wear blonde?
Yeah, that is true about the bleaching the skin. That is an insecurity, and it doesn't just happen in America. I mean, in the Caribbeans, it happens in Africa too. Like they will bleach their skin.
Bro, they're insecure, bro. You feel me?
Nah, that's definitely true because, like I told you, even in the Malcolm X speech, who taught you how to hate yourself? You know what I'm saying? A lot of things Malcolm X said back then was prevalent now, and it's like a lot of the ideologies we have now, at one point stemmed from the 1900s. For example, if you tell a woman that she's not wearing her natural hair, is a form of hate. Is a form of self hate. The validation she'll use is that it's her choice. You get what I'm saying? But if we were consciously aware that her grandmother was programmed, that her great grandmother was programmed, that her great grandmother before that was programmed into not liking their natural hair, you would understand that, oh dang, I'm not consciously aware that this is self hate. This is subconscious what I'm doing when it comes to my hair. You know what I'm saying? But we're not aware of that. We're not taught that.
Yo, Sean, you told me that
I mean, I do think black girls look better with their natural hair, but yeah, if they want to wear the weaves and shit, who cares at this point, bro? It's 2026, bro.
when you look at the white woman and you look at their mental state, it hasn't changed throughout the course
How do you know that, bro?
of years. But when you look at the black woman's mental state, it's changed. It got more ignorant.
That is cap, bro. Talk about some white girls' mental state hasn't changed. White girls previously used to have kids at a way earlier clip. They used to by 25, most white girls used to have a kid. They used to be married. What are you talking about? Their mentality hasn't changed. They're going into the workforce now and they're choosing not to get married. They're looking at their counterparts and saying, I'd rather wait. What do you mean? What do you mean their mentality hasn't changed?
Why do you think that is?
Because instead of most of the time, I think throughout, for a long time, I'm not even going to choose a timeline. For a while now, all we've done was adopt the nature of our oppressors. You know what I'm saying? We've adopted the behaviors
Yes.
of our oppressors.
Yes.
But being that we're not them, we cannot embrace it. So
Yo,
everything
bro.
is just a resemblance.
Yo, bro. I wholeheartedly agree with you, bro. They acting like yo, bro. They are carrying white supremacy, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Why is you disrespecting me, bro? I told you, Sean, my mother has a Section 8 house in my name right now that I have no access to, bro. Her rent is $8 a month, bro. Feel me? She gonna use the system against me, against her man, feel me? They don't want to, yo, bro. Man, I'm telling you, bro. My physical capacity is always in jeopardy, even being around a woman. Cause regardless if I'm cracking you or not, I gotta make sure nobody else is cracking you without your consent. And you can't even respect me as a man. You can't even take accountability when you wrong. Feel me? Why do our women not make our job as a man easy, bro? Every time you see them in Walmart, gang, you see a black couple in Walmart, they mad as hell, bro.
Bro, this is cap. This dude don't be outside, bro. Y'all don't be outside for real, man. I don't want to hear this dumbass shit. One, bro, I've been around endless black couples and they're not mad and what, they're not being ghetto. There's no hoopla. Is there black girls that are ghetto? And if you say something to them, they just might hit you in your shit. Yes, 1,000%. Is there more than I would like? Yes. Okay. It just is what it is. But to say every single time you see a black couple that they're acting this type of way in this manner is it's absurd, bro. You know how many black couples, how many black people that are couples that are in couples or whatever that went to school or didn't go to school. And they're just majority of black people are choose to be respectable, bro, all around the world. Okay, especially if you're here in America.
If you see her with the white man, she happy as hell,
Yeah,
dude.
like y'all not running
See her
into
with an
the
Asian
hood
man, she
people,
happy as
bro.
hell.
I
But
noticed because I've been around real hood niggas, bro. Like a lot of y'all not running into these people, bro. They're not going to the restaurant you're going to most of the time, bro. They're going to the carryout, bro. They're going to the corner store because they gotta stay close to the block to catch a play. They're not going to see you all downtown, the main street downtown where you're shopping in the Gucci store or in the Nike outlet store or something because, like I said, they're gonna be on the block. So, what is this?
gotta protect you. And then you gonna get mad when I go sleep with the white lady. You not
You're not getting no pussy. Chill, bro. No.
me, Rocky. You stressing me.
Oh shit, I'm
You feel
crying.
me? Yo, Sean? Why do people in our culture adopt the the Caucasian mindset?
I think the effects of it
The Caucasian mind. What
show.
is the Caucasian mindset? Please don't tell me it's just being a respectable human being or somebody that chooses to just not be like ghetto. I hope that's not what they're deeming as the Caucasian mindset because there's black people around the world that aren't from America and black people in America that are very respectable. Um, the state where I'm at, there's this region, right, called PG County, right? PG County has one of the most affluent amount of black people. I think it's the most affluent amount of black people in the one region, right, in the whole country of America, right? And when I tell you, I've seen some of the richest black people over there. I'm talking Beamers, Lexuses, Mercedes Benz, and fat ass houses with the steepest driveways, right? And they're not acting ghetto. They might have one little shit son down the line that wants to act ghetto. But the parents and the family, they're not acting ghetto. It's just not happening. They just happen to be black. I mean, this is hoopla. To be totally, this is 1,000% hoopla. But let's get to it.
Because like you see how you saying when you always got to worry about this, you always got to worry about that. It stems from that nature. So being that, let's say a black woman is adopting the nature of a white woman, right?
Oh Lord.
That's in a white person. You don't see these things propagating as negative. You just see it. It is what it is. You get what I'm saying? So a white woman cheating, a white woman, having negative traits, that's already within them. So when you go against your nature and choose to adopt a whole different race's nature that doesn't resonate with you spiritually,
Yeah.
you see the effects of it. You get what I'm saying? It shows more because your soul knows that that's not the routine you're supposed to be following. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? That's why it holds so much weight. That's why it's so talked about and there's so much contradiction because that's not the natural state in which you're supposed to be in.
I really think black people are insecure, Sean. When you're insecure, you're emotionally unstable. And when you're unstable, you can't have a stable opinion. Your opinion always fits what's popular at the moment, right? And that's why people gotta use ChatGPT for everything, bro. People cannot critically think any.
People gotta use ChatGPT for everything. Well, I'm going straight off the dome, and I feel like I've countered some of their points already. I'm straight off the dome, and I just smoked me a blunt downstairs, and I'm a little hungry. I ain't even eat dinner yet, so I'm a little groggy. All right, y'all not that what y'all think y'all are, bro. Y'all got the books and all that. I got you. I get it. Y'all like to read, okay, my nigga. Cool. Ooh.
People want it the easy way, bro. This community is built on instant gratification, which feeds the divide and conquer system, right? Yo, bro, let me tell you something, bro. A perfect example. Streamers University, right? Kashan say, yo, bro, here, I'm gonna put y'all on. Sean, how much people you seen on them lines, bro? Yo, Sean.
Yeah, that stuff is ridiculous. The amount of people that went to gather up for Streamer University is the signs of a cyberpunk dystopia. It's not good for society. The fact that all these people just dropped everything in their lives just for the chance, the smidgen, and just to get through the crack of a door to try to get some fame. I mean, it is what it is. Cause getting into streaming university, some people are gonna say it's a big bonus. You're gonna become famous or whatnot. Whatever. But this isn't good. Okay, whatever this is, I can't really put my finger on it because I haven't sat down and studied it like how I really want to. But whatever this is, it's not good.
People driving 16 hours to go and get the put on. But why doesn't our people want to work from the ground up? Why would they rather the alley-oop?
Back to the psychological.
Man, when I was a kid, my mama used to always tell me, you gotta hold your foot to the fire. Hey, mama, I'm holding my foot to the fire, man. I'm trying to get it. Let's go.
What you call insecure, I think, is more of a loss of identity. You know what I'm saying? So
Where they lose it? Where?
you lost it in slavery. The real boiled down perspective of it is that we never had an identity. When you look at videos from the 1960s,
You
from
really
the
think that,
1900s in
King?
general, you see
You really
these
think that,
older
King?
men. Nah, for sure.
Yeah, bro. So you're saying that we were taught, we were given this idea that we didn't have an identity.
Exactly. So you got to remember, right? With the loss of identity lies a gap. You get what I'm saying? Lies a inner void.
Yo, Sean, that makes sense, bro. Not to cut you off, but that makes sense, right? They said that we evolved from apes, you heard? And they said that we was cavemen before slavery and stuff like that. Feel me?
I don't believe in that evolution theory. I don't know. I can't see us coming from chimps. Humans, period. I don't know. I can't see it. I know from a scientific standpoint, they say that's what happened and whatnot. 99.9 or 99.5 or 8 or whatever of chimp DNA is equivalent to human DNA. I know all of that, bro. I know, bro. But I just can't see us coming from chimps. Have you seen a chimp's foot? They have the foot of hands. You know, chimps can't cry. Chimps, I just can't see it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They're not evolving still to this day. Why did they just stop evolving? Ever since I was a kid, I thought that. So you saying we came up from the water as a fish, and then we became a monkey, and then after we became a monkey, we became a caveman, and then after we became a caveman, we became a human. I don't know. It's just strange. It doesn't make sense.
Like it makes it seem like we never had a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a culture.
Right.
We were always the lesser than species. Yo, Sean.
Exactly.
Wait. Hold on.
Why do they act like Africa just don't exist? Like,
Look, this ties into what I said. Blackface tactic. They're constantly painting us as the lesser than race. Adrian Broner, Dean the Great, humping each other, painted as the lesser than race. Yo, Sean,
so clavicular going out and looks back to the point he broke his face isn't making it doesn't make white people look bad. That makes Chaz look pretty bad. You know, the clavicular shtick is a real thing. Like, all jokes aside, bro, there's really frat kids that are filthy fucking rich, and their parents like sponsor everything. Whenever they get in trouble, they just get scooted right out of the trouble, and they get a lot of girls, and they have money, and they do wild stuff when they drink. There's like millions of those kids, bro, and they're really here in America, bro. Clavicular is just the poster child for that stuff, that crap. Let's be totally honest.
that does. To outsiders who don't have any idea what we are, it makes them already have a stigma on us. Yo, bro, these guys are foolish. These guys don't promote anything intellectual.
Exactly.
They are foolish. Adrian Broner, Dean the Great, they are. So they're going based off what they see Adrian Broner and Dean the Great doing. And then Lil Durk. Lil Durk is talking about spinning
All right, so
on
hold on,
blacks.
I'm gonna cut you off right now. Hold on. So
Okay.
you see what I'm saying? You see how the reason we able to embody these spirits of and take on the personality of Adrian Brono, connect with Lil Durk, or connect with these people, is
Why is
because
that?
there's void within you. You know what I'm saying? This
Say
is
it
why
again.
we grasp, because there's a void within us.
Ooh.
And this is why we also grasp on the pseudo ideologies, or ideologies that are true, but they hold no value. You know what I'm saying? Just because we know that we started society, look at what we've known that since 2020. People have recently found out, oh yeah, we're the creators of this. But yet nothing has changed because that information is pointless with no plan.
I'm
You know what I'm
jacking that.
saying?
Yo, listen to me, bro. Yo, Sean, I like how you said that. They trying to fill that void. You know what they doing to fill that void? Seeking external stimuli. External stimuli. A lot of people, yo, Sean, a lot of people is doing za, right? They puffing za. Yo, listen, za is a female plant, but they took her out of her right vibration. You ever notice that people's eyes don't get red anymore?
Yeah.
Bro, my eyes be red as shit after I smoke a J. I don't know what they talking about, but we're about to get through this.
You feel me? And watch this.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
watch this. They legalized it. Why? They're feeding that external stimuli to keep you looking for things outside of yourself to fill that void. Feel me? Yo, bro,
You
Sean.
gotta remember what they do is this. It's
I mean, they could have some validation to it. The country is so destabilized at this point that they would legalize more drugs to make it so people are have an escape route, to say the least. I guess I can 10,000% agree with that. It just makes sense.
changing your agreeability. You know what I'm saying? When you lower that self and make it and able to relax an individual and say, you know what, smoke this when you stress, do this when you stress. It heightens your agreeability because now you're in a calm state. So now everything that's going on around you, you like, all right, cool, that's fine. You taking it easy.
I like
In
that
actuality,
perspective.
these are problems that need to be solved.
I like that perspective. I feel like the only way we could solve the issue is to go within self-realization. You have to go through
I mean, I really can't agree to that because I mean, let me let them talk. But what problem is there to really be solved? Like, stop the gang culture, the black on black violence. That's something that 1,000% needs to be stopped. It needs to be solved. But the only thing that's really gonna solve that is like education, activities, programs. Education, activities, and programs is literally the only thing that's gonna stop it, and it's been proven throughout history that that's what stops it. The crime rate in Baltimore was sky high through the roof. The mayor came through. He made more activities. He boosted education, and the crime rate dropped. So I'm just saying.
Process of self-realization where you understand who you are intuitively. See, a lot of people don't understand who they are intuitively, and that's why they need to party to compensate for the lack thereof.
You gotta remember that's why it's easy for them to put certain TV on or certain videos online because they know all they doing is basing what to put out into what we need. So if we need constant stimulation, that's what they're gonna put out and we're gonna feed into it.
But we all know the function of the media has never been to eliminate the evils of the world. No. Their job is to persuade us to accept those evils and get used to living with them. The powers that be want us to be passive observers. And they haven't given us any other options outside the occasional purely symbolic.
This is 100,000% true. I don't know what his angle is in saying this, but the powers that be do want people to just be passively observing things. That's why they keep giving you the wave and influx of stuff. When something really important could be happening with, like, I don't know, Iran, Trump deal, us having to pay Iran a whole bunch of money, and then you will get a headline like, oh, some bullshit emotional stuff to get you emotional crap, and then I don't know, something about the weather, and then something about some sports player, and something about a fucking celebrity, right? By the time some other serious stuff comes, you kind of forgot about the last serious thing, and then like it just compiles and compiles and compiles. It's crazy.
Participatory act of voting. You want the puppet on the right or the puppet on the left?
Yeah, that's what, bro. Hey, bro, I real life just was talking about some shit like this. Like, I was watching a video on YouTube, and it was a YouTuber that I really respect this YouTuber. Like, I think he's a cool guy. Yeah. But it was a Young Don video and shit. And he was talking about like some politics, and he was harping on the left versus the right and this, that, and the third. And I slid in the comments, and I was like this. Bro. At this point, it really doesn't matter because in short, I was like, it's a big dumpster, bro. And on the left side of the dumpster or the right side of the dumpster, it's just trash, bro. There's no better side. Each side is trash. And then the only reason why I said that is because even on the left side, you have these politicians that are insider trading. They're still selling out our country to people overseas. They're still telling people that they're gonna do this, that, and the third, and then they don't do it, and they take money from these corporations. They take money from these companies, and they do their bidding. They pass laws and regulations that fulfill the rich, the billionaires. They do things that benefit people that are 70 plus years older than it does the 20-year-olds and stuff like that because they're removed from the public. They're 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 generations removed from the public. They don't, you know what I'm saying? So the whole left versus right thing to me is like it don't make sense. Because the people at the top of the whole left versus right thing right now, it's like it's trash. Like it's just trash. Like if you was to remove the right and erase the whole right ideology from this country, and you was to keep the same people from the left that run this country, you know what I'm saying, that are there right now, and you was to put them all in power, the country would still be set to shite. You know what I'm saying? It'll still be set to shite because they'll still be as greedy and ravenous as they are right now, right? And if you was to erase the left and erase left ideology and keep the same people at the right that's running the country right now, it'd probably be worse. I give you that. Like 10,000%, I give you that. It'd be worse, but it'd still be set to shite. It'd still be set to shite because the people at the top, they don't care about the people at the bottom. They care about bludgeoning and filling their pockets up with as much tokens as they can, man, before they have to leave office, bro. It's this cold world, man.
If you when you see the club, right? 9 times out of 10, people go to the club, and guess what? After they leave that club, that void is still there. Why do you
Yeah.
think it becomes a habitual pattern?
Yeah.
Not really. I go to the club rarely, and after I go, I feel fulfilled. But I'm kind of like an introvert. That's like extrovert. I'm like an extroverted introvert. Like if I'm in the mood of like the time is right, I could be very extroverted. But I'm very cool with just like laying back and just like fading into the setting, chilling. You know, letting people talk around me and shit. Just enjoying the vibes. I'm cool with that. Or just chilling in the crib and shit. Walk around with my headphones, not really trying to make too much noise and shit. Y'all know.
Because
Yeah.
every night they have to fill that void, fill that void, fill that void.
Mm.
But every time I get to go out and see some pretty girls, you know, talk to them, get a number or two, shit, that's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. I'm not gonna lie to you. It always feel good. I don't
People
leave with no
understand who they are
void, or
intuitively.
no
Our
emptiness.
people, not only our people, bro, because I'm not, yeah, I'm for the elevation of, and you know what, Sean? I hate to say our people, bro. I'll be lying if I was gonna sit here and say they my people, bro. I don't like to call them my people, bro. Because honestly, I don't think they are, bro. They brainwashed, gang. Why am I not brainwashed? Why are you not brainwashed, Sean? Because we went through a process of self-realization. You feel me? We didn't let the traumas that we went through as children subjugate us. We reversed the polarity. How do we do that? Through a process of self-realization. And and that ties into why women don't understand accountability, right? Because the modern day woman don't want correction because they're stuck in their trauma. Because they're operating from a place of dark psychology. And when you're operating from a place of dark psychology is a form of psychological external stimuli, which is a learned behavior pattern by way of the trauma they went through as children, right? So the only way for a woman to take accountability is to go through a process of what? Self-realization. But they don't want to do that because they never think they're the problem. But Sean, you wanna know what's crazy? It's not only a woman thing.
There's a lot of women that do that, but there's a lot of women that do have accountability and like self awareness. It's true. They're out there.
It's a universal thing. You ask a street dude, yo, why are you in the streets? Who are you? You ask a street dude, who are you? They can't even answer. Oh, my name is not actually your
That's
name. I
why.
said, who are
But
you?
that's why the
Cuz said he didn't ask him who his name is. He said, "Who are you?" Like he supposed to be an astronaut or some shit. He's on the street selling drugs. He is a drug dealer. Okay, that's who he is. His name is Kavon, and he sells whatever. Okay, talk about who is he? Like who are you? Like what the
I
hell?
told you back to the identity loss thing. That's why it's so important because if you talking about taking accountability, if you look back in the '60s, if you look at somebody's great great grandmother, and she was an individual who never took accountability of being that, it just becomes this. It just is the same way collective consciousness exists, and consciousness can be transferred to next generation, or next generation, and next generation.
I do believe that. I believe in the collective consciousness. I believe once a certain energy point as humans, once we all think of a thought, I feel like that thought can transcend time itself. I feel like that thought could transcend to another person. I feel like humans can share a thought because it just weighs on so many people's minds, or like something about the universe sends the thought. I feel like the universe itself could literally send thoughts to people. I feel like you could literally send thoughts to yourself, to the past and to the future. I really do believe that. I believe that there's thoughts that you got when you were a child that popped in your brain that or came from your future self. I really do believe that. I think the human brain is one of the most magical things to ever be created, and we just don't know that much about it yet.
All it does is evolve. So being that it evolved, we're to a point now where accountability isn't even an option no more.
It evolved. It evolved, bro. It's just like slavery. You heard? We're still enslaved. You
Exactly
know,
as
you
the
know
years
that,
go
bro.
more, exactly as the years went on.
Bro, it's not just black people. Everybody's a slave. If you work in America, you're a slave for the elite. At this point in time, you're a slave for the elite. If you're not rich, you're a slave for the elite. You're on the peasant board, and that's how they look at you. This is 1,000% true. No matter how you look at it, there's people that work that make way more than their parents ever made, and they still can't get a house. They've made it so the ladder it's not even a ladder. Like they went to the top and they just knocked the ladder off and they just looking at us from the cliff. Okay, at this point in time, we got people becoming trillionaires, and there's people that make $100,000 a year and they can't afford a house. Okay, then it's not a skill issue or anything like that. We have a people at the top issue. We have a greed issue. What's there to? It's not rocket science.
Slavery, you got slaves that was more complacent and more complacent. Feel me?
Let's talk about Carmelo Anthony real fast. Yes, it was Carmelo Anthony's fault. Yes.
Yeah, it was Carmelo Anthony's fault. Carmelo Anthony shouldn't have tried to fight with a knife. I mean, he should have just fought the dude normally. I never understood carrying a knife. I was never that type of dude for real, for real. I didn't even really like towing a gun for real that much. Even when I had a gun, I didn't really like walking around with that joint like that for real, for real. I don't know. It's not really my thing. it's not. It's not. I do need to go get my gun license, but it's not really my thing for real, for real. I do want to get some swords, have them around the house though. You know. Yeah.
Yes, bro. Yo, Sean, I told you, bro. If you're a black man,
But 9 times out of 10, you're better off just fighting, bro. You're not gonna die from a fight most of the time. I mean, shit. I don't see the point of stabbing somebody over a disagreement. To me, the more I looked at the case, I never spoke on the Carmelo Anthony case, but the more I looked at it, it looked as if the kid has something to prove. Cause I heard he was there with like the cousin of like his girlfriend, and maybe like they had like some he had like the persona, or he presented himself to like the cousin of the girlfriend to be like some tough dude or something like that. So when the cuz tried to move him up from out of the tent and like touched him or whatever, it like dropped his like called his bluff, to say the least. And he had to show that he's not bluffing or something like that. That's the only thing that can make sense to me, to just stab somebody at the track meet. That's all I could say, because you ain't have to do all that. I ain't going, you did it not. Like, no.
in America, they're always looking for you to be dumb. They're always looking for you to be overreactive. Why is everybody in the world so overreactive?
Because people are too emotional nowadays. They were right. A lot of people don't have the critical thinking skills that they should at the age that they are in. We have a large lump sum of people that don't read. They don't take an analytical thoughts before they make actions, to say the least. It's people like that from all across the board. It's not just a black thing. It's a 2026 thing, okay? It's connected to phones and TikTok brain rot thing. It's not just a color thing.
Everybody just want to react to something. Feel me? Nobody, yo, Sean, in our community, nobody, you know that thinking isn't popular in our community. You know that, bro. Yeah, bro. It's not popular to, hold
You know,
on. If
it's
I
not
crash
popular.
out right now, hold on, hold on. Ready, look. If I crash out right now, what will the consequences be?
But the lump sum of people that actually crash out, the word crash out used to mean you know you're going to jail, right? The number of people that actually do that is very low. It's not that much. Not that many people in the black community just go crash out and go to jail. It's not that many people.
How much is worth reacting right now?
Right.
You feel me? So, and that's what I'm saying. We have to go through a process of
And the ones that do end up going to jail and all that, they do have terrible self-control and emotional regulation. It is what it is. Shit.
realization. See, Carmelo Anthony, right? First of all, you gotta think, why are you carrying Blicky around you in the first place? Right? What do you need
Exactly.
to
That's kind of where it lies. For me, it's like if you know to carry a weapon because of a threat, you should be aware that when a threat is presents itself, to react in an accordant way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like I said, back to when we was kids, you know, instead of being taught the proper way, we was taught to love these white people. You get what I'm saying? So it's like when you met with the actuality of what is of the actuality of America, and you realize, oh yeah, there's still racist people out here. You don't know how to react because you wasn't taught that. You was taught to live in this euphoric, oh yeah, make America great type of world. You get what I'm saying? So when reality presents itself again, you feel me? You don't know how to react. Because I guarantee you, if you walk through a black neighborhood and you know, oh yeah, you know damn well there's a possibility these people in this corner
You
going to
might
try
get
to
shot.
might say something.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
That's a possibility. That's a possibility. Most of the time, though, if you just walk and you don't stare at them or nothing, you just mind your business, they might ask you if you want to buy some drugs. At the least. You might be a customer, bro. They're not just going to, like, attack you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm more than sure if they were to talk to you, they're just going to ask you if you came to buy something from them. Okay.
But you don't have that same mentality for a white man. Feel me?
Exactly.
That's where the problem lies.
Exactly. Exactly. Because we're all carrying viruses, bro. See, why whenever you look at somebody who look just like you look him up and down.
Yeah, this is problems in the community. The whole mugging people or whatever or whatnot. But there's pockets in the community where none of this happens. Like there's a very affluent parts of the community where people are driving in Beamers, fat houses. They have businesses. They when they see you, they give you a head nod. It's just good vibes, all of that type stuff. Cookouts, all the good stuff, bro. So we're gonna finish this video up another day. Y'all go look at them, General Z. And yeah, let's keep it going.